A woman accused of killing another woman on Fort Myers Beach to steal her identity changed her plea today in court, changed it to guilty.
Yeah, a judge sentenced Lois Riess to life in prison, but she's still facing charges in another state. For Your Corner's Rachel Lloyd live at the Lee County Court. Rachel, was the guilty plea one of the best options for Riess in this case?
Yes, Patrick and Jane, it actually was. She was facing the death penalty if she went to trial, but the state attorney's office took that off the table in exchange for the plea. That means there will be no trial and she will spend the rest of her life in prison. A case of murder, stolen identity, and grand theft has come to an end. Lois Riess pled guilty to the first-degree murder of Pamela Hutchinson Tuesday. She'll spend the rest of her life in prison instead of facing the death penalty. Florida Gulf Coast professor and legal analyst Pamela C. says seeing a jury recommend the death penalty to Mark Severs for the murder of his wife last week could have influenced Riess's decision.
It's possible that she looked at his death penalty and said, "Oh no, give me life in prison. I'd rather have that."
We had a trail of evidence that led from Fort Myers Beach up through Ocala, then essentially around the Gulf of Mexico into Texas.
One of the prosecutors on the case said he can't reveal what that evidence is since Riess still faces charges in Minnesota for allegedly murdering her husband.
Most likely, there is even more evidence than what we've heard about.
C says the gun used to allegedly kill Riess's husband and Hutchinson could have been enough evidence for a death sentence.
Minnesota might just wash their hands of her and say, "We're done." Or they may ask her to provide them with a guilty plea, and they would give her a sentence to run concurrently with the sentence down here.
And as of now, Minnesota prosecutors have not announced if and when they'll extradite Riess for the murder of her husband. Live in Fort Myers, Rachel Lloyd, Fox 4, in your corner.